Hi everyone, welcome to Dr. G's Dandelion Monologues. I'm sure you've heard or experienced a parallel between a physical illness or a pain and the symbolism. Maybe the symptom reflected something that was happening in your life, in relationships or struggles you had, right? It's not like witchcraft or esoteric beliefs. It's actually making sense because, for instance, I realized the other day when I had pain in my upper back after bending over too many times to pick up leaves that yes, there was a direct cause, right, to my pain, but there was also a deeper meaning. Maybe there was bending too much for others, being too overly accommodating, and that actually made sense. So what if this tendency to be of over accommodating led me to just picking up leaves without resting, just keep doing that? That was like the prolonging of my psychological or interpersonal tendency. So this symptom actually was a blessing. It came to my life to open my eyes to this reality. Maybe I needed the physical pain to, get my own attention, so to speak, and change that and realize like, this is not what I want. And this is not sustainable anyway. So symptoms are powerful and they're messengers we should learn to decode. They're very precious in that sense because they really are working towards our healing, even though it feels like quite the opposite. We're in pain, we don't feel like we're healing. But no, if we have awareness of it, that's the first step because we can decide, do we want that to continue as it is, or do we want to make it more sustainable? So what we do to ourselves, we do to others. And what we do to others, we do to ourselves. So we need to keep that in mind. It's also, again, quantum physics, right? Because we're all interconnected, as I mentioned before. And what affects us can have a ripple effect. And what affects others can also affect us, right? So we're all energetically connected. Emotions are contagious, even. You might have noticed that. So I'll just say that what good does it do anyway, even to people I tend to be overly accommodating with, that I just always bend over physically and metaphorically? It doesn't do me good, so that means it's not sustainable, and I'm not going to be able to keep up or set boundaries that could otherwise be really necessary for others to realize or to have. So think about any symptom you might have had, like digestive issues. Have you been eating stuff that was not good for you, that you can't process well, but that's also a reflection of other things in life that you're forcing yourself to ingest and accept? Maybe. The list is endless, right? There's no wrong answers, really. I think it's a fun exploratory journey to just look at our symptoms as a direct indicator or reflection of dilemmas or areas we are stuck in our lives, areas that need some attention and reflection and reassessment. So that was my other epiphany lately. It was about my physical symptom that had a direct cause, but that didn't mean that I had to stop my analysis there. I need to see, first of all, why did I let myself bend over like this physically? Just like in yoga, when we kind of reverse that trend, it's very spiritual, but also metaphysical, right? We do the warrior pose, it can give us some sense of inner power and resilience. Or we do the tree pose, we are receiving all of life's abundance. So it basically puts us in the right disposition to be well holistically, not just physically. So that's another important key to wellness and mindful living. So pay attention to what your body's telling you and gently make adjustments if this is not something that you think is serving you anymore. Thank you for joining me again today, and I'm wishing you health, awareness, and peace. Bye-bye.